Yes. And that happens when you hone your skill. And so training and development allows us to put our egos aside, our self-affirmation aside, and to be objectively assessed. Because if you're not objectively assessed by professionals, believe me, you'll be objectively assessed by the market. Because your friends and your family may not hear the muddled keys, the microphones will. And that's why training and development is so, so important. Reviews your work. That gives you feedback on your playing, right? And not, oh yeah, that was nice. Like real feedback. And take refresher courses. Take because there's always a step up. There's always a step up from you. People have been playing the guitar for a very, very, very long time. Same thing with piano, of course. Piano is global instrument, so always invest in yourself and in becoming better. Because when the opportunity arises and someone hears you, you don't know what doors it will open if you continue getting better and better and better and better. Please invest in yourselves. Please invest in your own training and development, regardless um, of what instrument you play. It's going to be really, really important for you to invest in yourself and invest in your training. Think about it as an investment, right? Um, so that's that's what I think is going to be really, really important. And don't forget, you can again write your comments. Training and development can take different forms. Sometimes it can take the form of coaches. Sometimes it can take the form of courses. Yeah. And you never know. I know that there are lots of schools across the world. I know not everybody's going to get into Curtis, or the Royal Academy of this or whatever. But at the same time, there are there are coaches and there are also courses, right? Some of those courses might be online. And if you think you're very good in whatever instrument you play, I would say check online for some of those courses and some of those coaches and put in expert level and see what happens. Test yourself, really. Test yourself. Um, because that's one way of ensuring that continual growth happens. Happy to take any questions that you might have. Right. Oh, also, guys, if the is the live stream, I wonder if it's just on the other side. Is the live stream working okay? If it's sticking, or if you are having any issues, if you can let me know, that'd be awesome. In a number of sectors, there are formal education structures that you have to pass through in order to become qualified and to be able to practice, such as architecture or accounting. Yeah, there's a very formalized structure. Music is very accessible, you know, but accessibility doesn't mean that we don't have to still work at honing our craft and ensuring that we are at the very at top of our field. We have to always seek to be as good as we possibly can. This also goes for music managers as well, like myself. Um, there's a conference that happens every year, for example, where you can go and listen to other music managers speak um, about the music business. That's an important part of development. I mean, if I'm using the sort of alliteration as a device to remember, I would say that they're coaches, courses, and their conferences. All right. So um, all three of those are important. The conference for music managers, for those of you listening, of course, will be MIDAM, which uh, in, is about to be transformed by COVID. It took place in the city of Cannes, France, every year, but it went digital 2 years in a row, and now I think it's being taken over by the city of France. So it should be back in 2023. Um, yeah, so that's very very important in terms of being able to hear from other music executives to give input for my development, you know. Um, yeah, and there also, of course, industry associations can also facilitate this kind of development and this kind of training as well. So I just want to make sure that I make it clear that this is not just something for the artist. It's also something for the music educator to do. It's something for the music manager to do. And we all need to invest in our own development. I think that's really critical. Yeah. I think we're gonna pause here, just await the return of Vendera. Um,
Yeah,
and
man, you were dropping so much knowledge, so much knowledge. Trust me, I gained a lot from, my personal journey and everything. And we actually don't want to prolong things, but Kiran, I do want to thank you so, so much for your time. Thank you so much for your contribution, to the creative community. And it was really insightful. It was really and truly insightful. If you want to learn a little bit more, or if you want to connect with me, Lindy Rapinder, I am a trained pianist. I have been learning now for learning, and we're always teachers, right? And we're always learning. But I have been teaching now for a little over 5 years, the music piano. And thank you again, Kiran. Thank you so much for what you've done. And thank you also for the watching audience as well. Take care, everyone. Bye.
listen, everybody, have a good evening.
Have a good evening as well, Kiran.
Yeah.